Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the DA's office. How's everybody doing today? It's a Sunday night, chilling in the great, crazy, amazing country that we live in. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you so much for your support. Hey, look, we are growing, we are building, and it's because of you guys doing what you do. You are the wind beneath the wings. You are the glue that holds this whole channel together. I want to thank every last one of you guys for being here. 57 of you in the chat. Make sure you hit that like button if you have not already done so. It's going to be just me tonight. Just me, no one else. I got something to do right after this, so I got to be on a nice, tight schedule. But I do want to thank, my normal, usual cats that hang with us, Cyfax, Uncle T, and Kata. We'll get them back on another future DA's office. Best believe that. Also, hold my dual shocks. I see you guys hanging out in the chat as well. Thanks for being here. I really mean it. Even when, even when you're not on, I appreciate you guys chilling in the chat and chopping it up. It's just as much a part of the show as me sitting up here talking into this microphone. So I really appreciate you guys. We got a lot to get through. I would say a lot to get through. I got a few topics that I want to hit on before we get up out of here for the night. But I do have to, as always, shout out the cats in the chat. And thank you all for being here. We got a lot of members in the chat. Let me see. Who's the members in the chat right now? Andrew B, a member in the chat. Bootzilla in the chat. Brogu in the chat. Let's see who else we got. Jeff A is in the chat. Thank you very much, Jeff A. DK Bones as a member is in the chat. Rafa Balde, of course, always rocking the membership. Thank you very much for being a member, Rafa Balde. He's in the chat. Sergeant Giratina is in the chat. Cyfax as well is in the chat, along with the voiced protagonist. All of my members, thank you very much. We really appreciate that because guess what? The memberships, that's loyalty. All right. I appreciate loyalty. I'm a big believer in that. So I really appreciate the members that have been here. Of course, some of you guys aren't members, but you are definitely loyal to me. Esmeralda 2003, what's up? I love solo gaming. What's up? Kev L, Mr. P, Parker CS in the house. What's up? We are name. Just a name. I love that. We also got SJ in the house, along with this Islamic. All right. Some of the old faithfuls are here. All right, look, I'm gonna get to this real quick. Like I said, I don't have a ton of time. Oh, you know what? There was one subject that I wanted to talk about, and it just tickled me, man. It just tickled me when I saw this pop up on my timeline. We don't do a whole lot of political talk, but I just thought that this one was worth kind of mentioning, just because it is what it is, right? It is what it is. You guys probably already know what I'm going to talk about. We hear what these politicians do. We hear what they say, and we're supposed to believe what comes out of their mouths, right? We're supposed to believe, oh, the politicians got our back, and they would never lie to us. All right, they would never lie to us, but we know that they lie. All right, we got Libs of TikTok posted this up. Biden a few months ago, I will not pardon Hunter. Biden today, I pardon Hunter. All Democrats do is lie. Look, that goes for a lot of politicians. Let's just be honest. Okay. That's a lot of politicians, y'all. Okay. It's a lot of politicians, but specifically on that side of the aisle, they say what they need to say in order to get over. And this is the ultimate get over. Because look, we all knew that this cat eventually was going to pardon his kid. Let's just be honest about it. Okay. I don't know why he felt the need to lie about this crap. Because look, we all knew that you was going to pardon him, Joe. Joe, we know that, man. If that was my kid, I would pardon him. Okay. I mean, I'm just being real. If that was my son, I would pardon my son. Okay. If I had the power to do so. You think I'm going to leave office and let my son rot in jail? Hell no. Hell no. That's not happening. So, but I mean, why did you have to go about this whole song and dance and lie about it? Okay. It's because you didn't want to seem like you were impartial. Oh, I'm impartial. I can step away, let the legal system do its thing, blah, 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 blah. It's just a bunch of BS. It always has been, I just find it hilarious, man. A lot of people, a lot of Democrats right now are doing some soul searching, some head scratching, but we could have told y'all this. This is exactly what was going to happen. All right. Joe was going to pardon his kid because that's what any parent would do. Okay. Any parent that had pardon power over their kid, unless their kid was just like some super delinquent, just like I'm out here murdering people and doing this and that. And, it's like, all right, forget it. Yeah, you ain't pardoned. Okay. You got to go and do that time. But anybody else would have said, like, oh, he skipped out on his taxes. He did some BS or whatever, smoked some, doobies, did a little drugs. All right. Slap on the wrist, get him out of here, whatever. Any parent would have did what Joe did today. And so as much as I can call him a hypocrite for pardoning him, I also have to call it like I see it and say any parent would have did that. I just don't understand why you had to go out and lie about it for months and months and months on end, and then like your press secretary, like he had the press secretary out there telling him fibs. Like every single time they asked her about it, she was like, he is not going to pardon his son. I can't wait till somebody asks her about it now. Like ask her tomorrow. All right. At the next press briefing, ask her about this. I guarantee you she ain't, I don't know. I mean, he did what he had to do, I guess, she going to make up some nonsense, some excuse or whatever. But again, it's just kind of funny because like I said, man, we all knew that was happening. We all knew it was happening. So why not just be honest about it? Or play it cool. Be like, we'll see. I might not. We'll see what happens. Like play it cool. But instead, Joe just got out there and lied his ass off. So, it's just too funny, man. Anyway, I just had to bring that up because I saw that right as I was setting the show up and I just started busting out laughing, man. I was laughing my ass off, man. It's too damn funny. All right, let's see here. What does it say? Must be nice to make 30 grand a month on board. You aren't qualified on a board you're not qualified for. Then get pardoned by your president daddy. Old Hunter must have been living the dream. Yo, Andrew B. I think it was more like 80 grand a month, right? I believe he was making like 80 grand a month. And he had no idea, like energy. Like, what does Hunter Biden have to do with energy? Look, it's all kinds of corruption that go on out there in the world. Don't be fooled. Don't be snowed over. Don't let these cats lie to you. There is nothing but corruption going on in the government on a daily basis. In big companies, all of that shit, man. It's nothing but corruption. So, yeah, they can slide their friends and their family members, easy jobs, just show up, sleep at your desk all day. Nobody's looking. I'm Joe Biden. I'm the vice president at that time. He was the vice president. I can get you any job in the world, at a country that is known for corruption, which is the Ukraine. You got to love it, man. You got to love it. Shout out Andrew B. Thanks for being here, bro. Criminals. Yeah, absolutely, man. They are criminals, Humphrey. All criminals. 100%. 100%. That's like I said, as much criminal activity that goes on in the world, you think these politicians are squeaky clean? Hell no. Hell no. All right. Dad and son. Of course, man. Of course. DA, they both were selling the United States out again. Exactly. But here's the thing. Once again, who voted these people into office and gave them that power? All right. All of these voters that's sleeping at the wheel. They're sleeping at the wheel. They don't know what's going on in the world. They don't know why they should be voting in for one person or the other. They vote for colors and, D versus R, right? Blue or red, D or R, donkey or what? Elephant, that's how people vote, and some people vote for skin color, this skin color versus this skin color, this, what you gonna call it? I'm gonna vote for a black person or I'm gonna vote for a Latino person or whatever. It's like people, this is how tyrants and corrupt individuals get into power because we have a bunch of voters that probably shouldn't be voting. Just real talk. We got a bunch of people that shouldn't be voting at all. All right. If it was real, then none of the Hunter stuff would have ever come out. Precisely, name. Precisely. What's up, Apollo? Monopoly, hail DA in chat. Thanks for hanging out, bruh. Drug pushers and 80 grand a month job phone in job. Sign me up. Yep. Exactly, Jeff. You ain't got nothing to do. What you got to do all day long? Nothing. Sit back, relax, chill, get high, get your wang wet and burn up a whole lot of money, and then probably just stacking all of that money up in a savings account somewhere. He ain't even spending that money. He don't have to. All right, Pops got him covered. It's ridiculous, man. The Clintons lied all the time. They're all politicians. Look, man, on both sides. All right, this is one of the things I say. Everybody's lying. All right, everybody's lying. Some liars are better than others. Some liars are better than others. Hey, Derek, did you hear Stranger Things is now rated TVMA? In my opinion, it's not shocking because seasons 3 and 4 were more violent, and also the show was never really kid friendly. Just like it, just because it stars. I'm not sure what that means but okay, yeah. I hadn't heard that Stranger Things is TVMA. It doesn't really bother me. I don't think it's going to change the viewership at all. It's not going to make it, it's more, dangerous for kids to watch it. I think the same people that was watching it in the beginning are going to still be watching it. Hold my DualShock Hunter had the quote unquote energy to snort Parmesan. I mean, that's real talk, man. I saw this little meme pop up as well, man. I saw this one right here. I thought this was hilarious. It said Hunter after being pardoned, like, yep, thanks, Dad. Right back at it. Hunter was on it right as soon as he was done, man. As soon as he got that pardon. Thanks, Pops. I'm right back at it. All right. It is too damn funny, man. Oh my God. Yeah, people gonna vote as they're told. Yeah, people don't think they're vote through. And then they're gonna be crying and complaining about why is inflation the way it is? Why are all the illegal immigrants coming in? Because of the way you voted, fool. You voted for this. You voted these people in the office. Well, I think they finally kind of woke up a little bit maybe, and now they vote differently. But yeah, they probably had to remind Joe to pardon. Hunter walked into his room and said, "Hey, Dad, hey, don't forget to pardon me before it's too late." They probably been telling Joe like this for the last couple of months. All right. Hey, Dad, it looked like Trump got the presidency, man. I'm gonna need you to get that pardon ready, okay? I can sign, I can, type it up. I just need you to sign it. Okay, all right, I'll take care of that. And then Joe just been leaving that shit sitting on the desk. He ain't touched it. It's like, damn, man, is Dad gonna pardon me? He's like, damn, man, did I say something wrong? What's going on? And Joe just sitting up here just chilling, like, what? Got his blanket on his lap at 4 p.m., about to go to sleep. It's like, hey, man, just somebody give him the damn thing so he can sign it so I ain't going to jail, man. Whoo! It is too funny. Did he go to Diddy parties? Probably. Wouldn't put it past him. Would not put it past him at all. All right, Mr. P, since you in the chat, I wanted to say what's up to you and shout out as you are the comment of the week. I need a comment of the week, like fanfare or something for this show. I need that. But anyway, Parker CS, he's Mr. P here, but you can see it's the same logo, the same little emoji or whatever you call it. What are those icons or whatever? That's my boy Parker CS, longtime supporter. Thanks, bro. This is basically about the Deadpool and Wolverine. Deadpool and Wolverine did not save Marvel. It was the last burst of energy somebody has before they die. 100% agree with you, sir. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And look, I don't hate Deadpool and Wolverine. It was an enjoyable movie, but it's not the greatest movie in the world either. It's a good, solid, fun movie. And it just reminds of what the Marvel Cinematic Universe could be if they would just make the movies we want to see, right? So it never could save Marvel. It was never going to save Marvel because it's not that kind of movie. It's a movie for the people that love Deadpool and love Wolverine and love the X-Men and love that style and love action and just like bloody violence and all that kind of stuff. That movie is perfect for that. But it was never going to save the MCU because we know the MCU ain't going to be that. We know that the MCU is in deep, 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 deep trouble. That's the problem. Yo, Deadpool and Wolverine feels like a one-off. It feels like some shit you ain't never going to get again. You know what I mean? Never going to get again. So that was the big problem with Deadpool and Wolverine. But as Parker says, it was a last little burst of energy for Marvel. You know, it was a nice little shot in the arm. It kind of reminded everybody, hey, you know what? Marvel can still, put together some stuff if you get the right people behind it, right? If you get the right directors, you get the right writers, you get people that give a damn, it can absolutely turn into something special. So shout out to Ryan Reynolds for the last shot for the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Before we go on a year hiatus, I'm telling y'all right now, Captain Black Falcon African America, that's gonna bomb. Okay. Thunderbolts is gonna bomb. I hope you're ready. Okay. I heard people, oh, it's great, it's good, it's gonna bomb. And then Fantastic Four, in my opinion, I don't think nobody's checking for that either. I think Fantastic Four is also going to bomb. All right. Straight up, it's going to bomb. I don't think people are coming for it. All right. I really don't. I felt the same way. What's up, Leia Plus Size? How you doing, sister? I felt the same way. I enjoyed it and had fun with Deadpool, but it's not my top 5 MCU movies. It's not. It's not. I would say it's like probably maybe in the top 15, maybe, 14, 15, somewhere in there. I might be able to raise up a little higher. I don't know. I got to go through my MCU ranking list. I got to do that one of these days. I'm going to do that on either a nightcap or the office. I'm going to do a rankings list and just kind of go through all the MCU movies and rank them. Maybe I'll do that right before we get to Captain America, Brave New World. All right. Yep. Venom. And hey, what's up, Sergeant Giratina? Yep. And Venom, The Last Dance is now the last Marvel movie that profits at the box office. Listen, man, I think Marvel, MCU proper, I think they are going to go in a deep funk in 2025. Okay. The only way they could save the MCU is to sell it. Real talk. Real talk, Craig. Straight up, man. Ryan needs to buy Marvel, man. Somebody needs to get all of these properties out from under Disney. Okay. Nobody wants a female Silver Surfer. They don't. They do not. They do not. Fantastic Four is going to bomb. What's up, John Cucksack? Yeah, I agree. I don't think Fantastic Four is going to do much. All right. Deadpool and Wolverine is basically a Fox installment, not real MCU. Precisely. Yeah, I think that's the problem, man. It's that it's not really Marvel, right? It's like, yeah, that's Fox, and you bought Fox, so you got these characters, but you didn't develop these characters, Marvel. You didn't make these characters and who they were, okay, or what we know them as. You didn't have nothing to do with the previous success of Deadpool or Wolverine, So yeah, it doesn't really count for you. F4 made me sick when they said there was going to be a female Silver Surfer. That's such a big mistake, man. I don't understand why you would do that the first out. Like, I can understand maybe like 5 movies later, but like, why are you doing that the first time out? With the female Silver Surfer. Just give a Silver Surfer. That's what we want. So to do that the first time out, dumb move. Dumb move. John Cucksack. That's what it sounds like, name. I don't know how to say that, Cash. That's how it looks to me. All right. That's how it looks to me, man. Whoo. I for sure Captain Black Man will bomb. I don't care for the Thunderbolts. And to be honest, I could care less for Fantastic Four because it won't be Marvel. It's not. It's not. It doesn't feel like Marvel, okay? It really does not feel like Marvel. And we got another Marvel rumor coming up right now. But before I get to that, let me give a shout out to D. Vader, who gifted 1 DA membership. Thank you very much, D. Vader. Not only are you a gentleman, but you are a scholar and a loyal member and somebody that definitely hooks it up on a regular basis with the gifted memberships. If you got that gifted membership, thank D. Vader. Let me go ahead and thank you as well for being a new member. Here you go. Yeah. Thank you very much, guys. Okay, we got a quick rumor. I want to get everybody's opinion on it. Let me know what y'all think about this. Marvel Update says Blade will feature both Wesley Snipes and Mahershala Ali. Let me blow that up a little bit. As Blade, Marvel Studios is currently reworking the film into a multiversal story. The source is Exiled Scooper. Okay, now look, I know this is a rumor. We all understand that this is a rumor. I'm not going to try to sit up here and say, oh, no, this is legit. We believe this is really happening. Okay, all of these scoopers, they 50-50. Some of them are like 40-60 or 30-70, all right? Or they're just telling us shit that we've already heard before. So I don't listen to scoopers, but I do like when we get some ideas, some people rumbling about what could possibly happen. Look, they need to go to Wesley Snipes. All right. Whether you think this is a real rumor or not, I think Wesley Snipes is the move. If you are trying to do something with Blade, you really should be seriously considering bringing Wesley Snipes back, because Wesley Snipes for everybody right now is Blade, especially on the heels of Deadpool and Wolverine. All right. Look at that smile on his face, by the way. If y'all can't watch it, see this. Wesley Snipes got this nice smile on his face. It's like, yeah, man, that's Blade right there, baby. You have to bring this guy back. If you're going to do the Mahershala Ali Blade, go for it. I'm not even going to tell you not to do it. But you got to bring in Wesley and do an old man Blade movie, and that's easy money, Marvel, okay? Look, the fans have been telling you this stuff. For once in your lives, listen to the fans, okay?
Listen to the fans.
For once in your damn life,
really listen to the fans.
We are trying to tell you what to do. We are trying to tell you what fans are looking for. We have been telling you this stuff for decades, you know, when it comes to Hollywood, when it comes to Marvel superhero stuff. The fans have always been in the mix, throwing out their opinions, okay? Even before the MCU became a huge thing, we were throwing out our opinion. Oh, they should do this. Oh, they should do that. You know, like everybody knows this. Blade is an easy slam dunk. Old man Blade, I should say. With Wesley Snipes, easy slam dunk. Easy money right now, okay? Easy money. It's like printing money at this point. Straight up. It's literally like saying, okay, you know, what can we do to make a quick buck? You know what? We need about, you know, what can we take a movie, throw about 75 million into it? You don't have to spend a lot. 75 million. What movie can we make right now for 75 million that is going to make its money back and then some? Old man Blade. Old man Blade. You can do it. Will Marvel do it? Probably not. Okay. Probably not, because the fans want it. All right. Because the fans have always told them this is what you should do. Leia plus size. Oh, Lord, not another multiverse story. I wouldn't do a multiverse story. I would just have Old Man Blade. I would leave Mahershala out of it totally. I wouldn't even put Mahershala in it. I would just have Old Man Blade. Okay. Mahershala, or excuse me, Wesley Snipes, one last run, you know, called out of retirement, something like that. You know, you got to have a story. There's a story for Old Man Blade. I'm not sure what it is. I haven't given it that much thought, but I'm telling you, the concept itself, that's a winner. All right. That's an absolute winner. Multiverse became a gay excuse to say something is connected while having it all not be connected at all. Pathetic. Again, man, I think you could do an Elseworlds and just move on. You don't have to do something with the multiverse and it's like, oh, you know, we're going to bring in the Blade from Earth, you know, 616 and this and that. Like, nah, you ain't got to do all of that shit. Okay. Just give us a simple Blade movie with Mahershala, or excuse me, I keep saying Mahershala, with Wesley Snipes. You're done. That's it. All right. Look, easy 400 million at the worldwide box office. Easy $400 million. Easily. And if you only spend $75 million on it, okay, you've made your money back and then some. All right. As long as you don't go insane on the marketing. If you spend 75 million on it, and let's say you spent another 75 on marketing, that's 150 total spend. You got to get to 300 to break even. So you've made $100 million. If not more. I'm telling you, it's easy money, but they won't do it, all right, because they're idiots. Bro Goo. What's up, Bro Goo? When it comes to Blade, I will believe it when I see it. I don't think it's happening. I don't think they're going to do a Blade movie. But if they were going to do a Blade movie, this is what you do, okay? Old Man Blade with Wesley Snipes. Kata says, yo, what's good, Kata? How's it going, bro? Thanks for hanging out in the chat. Appreciate that, my guy. Look, Marvel is all kinds of screwed up, fucked up right now. They can't get their heads screwed on straight. Blade versus Evil Dead. You know what? That would be kind of, I'm not going to lie, man. That would be very interesting. That would be very interesting. Blade versus Hellboy. I don't know about Blade versus Hellboy, but Blade versus Evil Dead. Blade versus Black Panther. I'm thinking there could be something with that. You know, eventually I think they're going to start getting to a lot of these, you know, Elseworld type of this character versus this character. We were talking about Wolverine versus Hulk, I think last week. I think you got to do that. All right. I think there's a lot of ideas right now that's just like fan service movies, and they're going to make a ton of money. And you just don't, what you got to do is just keep them under budget. All right. Keep the budget down. Don't go insane on the budget and just blow it up. Oh, we're going to have a $500 million budget. Like, no. Okay. Simple, small budget, $100 million or less, fan service movie, solid special effects, and just this character versus this character. Throw it in Elseworlds. It's everybody's going to see that. All right. Everybody is going to see Blade versus, Black Panther. I think I would go and watch that. Wolverine versus Hulk. Do that. I don't think you can go wrong with that. All right. Blade versus Blackula. They used to do those kind of films back in the day. Frankenstein meets, the Three Stooges or some shit like that. They used to do these little stunt movies. I think there's room for that now. You just can't spend a lot of money on it. You just can't go to town with it. It's just like, okay, let's do it. Let's have a Blade take on. Oh, I like this one right here, man. Blade versus Morbius. Yeah. Little crosser. Look, Sony, give us Morbius. All right. And we're going to have Blade come in. Let's go. But you got to keep the budget down. That's the key. If you go over $100 million, you've already lost. You're stupid for going over $100 million on a movie like that. Keep it under 75, 65 million, somewhere like that. Hell, go give it to Takashi Yamazaki. The dude that made Godzilla -1. Hey, Takashi, hey, come here real quick. Hey, bring your team too. Hey, we got Blade versus Morbius. Let's go. What ideas you got? Sketch them out. Come up with something real quick. I think it'll be a hit. What do you think? And he probably has some similar idea. Yeah, I've been thinking about this or whatever. It would be dope, man. In my opinion, it would be dope. $40 million budgets. You got to do it, man. You got to do the smaller budgets, man. Blade versus the Predator versus Aliens. Look, man, let's not get off the. Let's not get crazy now. All right. Blade versus the Scorpion King. Okay, all right. The Rock is up for it, right? I'd watch that. Exactly, Hannibal. Exactly, bro. I would watch the hell out of that shit. He would turn that down. Yeah, you're right. He probably would. You're right. I love solo gaming. He would probably turn it down. And you know why he would turn it down? Because it's nonsense. It is nonsense. But I think you can get that. I think there's a creative out there somewhere in Hollywood that has the mind to make a movie like that and make it fun, not take it too seriously, and just go for broke. Just go for broke. Have fun, man. Have fun with it. All right. There's room for that shit. Yeah, we can be serious about our cinematic universes, but it's also times it's like, hey, man, give the fans what they want. All right. Kata had jumped in earlier today. Speaking of not giving fans what they want, Kata was in the chat. He might still be there. Kata, this is one of the tweets. I saw this and I was just like, bro, you ain't lying, G. You are not lying. Kata's talking about the Avengers lineup. This lineup will be the first Avengers movie to not make $1 billion. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. This shit ain't making $1 billion. Somebody show me the $1 billion on this thing. Somebody show me where's the billion gonna come from. All right. Let's run down these characters. All right. From left to right, you got Shuri, Captain Marvel, whatchamacallit? Look, I'm already drawing a blank here. You got I just want to call him Samuel L. Jackson because that's who he really is. And we just like Samuel L. Jackson. All right. Nick Fury. You got Captain Black Falcon America. You got Wanda, Scarlet Witch. You got Loki. You got She-Hulk. Shit. You got She-Hulk. And a garbage She-Hulk at that. And then you got Shang-Chi, and then you got Florence Pugh. What's her face? Elena. That's your lineup for the next Avengers film, ladies and gentlemen. And they supposed to be going up against Dr. Doom? Dr. Doom about to wipe the floor with y'all bastards. You kidding me? Maybe not Wanda, but everybody else is getting their ass whooped. Dr. Doom is about to take all of these fools out back. All of them. There ain't none of these cats standing up to Doom. Get out of here. Yeah, this is going to be a giant flop. This thing is going to be an absolute flop. Next one is what? It's Doomsday, right? So it's Doctor Doom. All right, that's the next movie, Avengers Doomsday. What y'all think that's gonna do? Let me put it up in the poll. Avengers Doomsday does what? All right, look, I ain't even gonna start it at $1 billion. Normally, with an Avengers movie, you would say, oh, it's gonna break $1 billion. Maybe it does, 1.3, 1.5, 1.7. Like, you kind of stay. Nah. I'm starting it right here at 500K. All right. Then we're gonna go up to 800K. And then if you're feeling frisky, we'll go up to 1 billion. And then we'll go up to $1 billion. We'll go up to $1.3 billion. All right. What y'all think this shit gonna do? Look, I don't think it's gonna do 800. I don't think this thing gets 800 million or 800. I said 800K. I meant million. Hold up. Let me redo this shit. I fucked the poll up. I said 800K, which is probably that's fucked up, right? That's probably accurate. Let me do this thing here again, man. My bad. Look, this is terrible. This is terrible theater. All right. This is terrible television. But I mean, seriously, man, like $500 million, that seems like about what this thing is going to do with this lineup. Can this lineup do more than that? I don't think so. I think this lineup is good for somewhere between $500 and $800 million. That's right there. All right. I replaced the poll. Sorry about that. You guys check that out. What is this lineup worth? Okay. What is this lineup worth? I cannot imagine people going to watch an Avengers movie that have no connection to any of these cats. No connections to any of these cats. Who are you connected with? You remember the first Avengers, you had, you might have liked Iron Man. Say, hey, Iron Man, I like, Tony Stark. I like the way Robert Downey Jr. plays that character. That captured the imagination of the general audience. And anytime you're talking about box office, you're really talking about general audience. Even if you're talking about a big franchise, you're still talking about general audience, because most people, they're not on YouTube watching videos. They're not talking about it constantly. They just see a movie is out and they go and watch it. That's it. They aren't on the message boards and on the fan zones and on Reddit, and they're not on that. The general audience, that's just your run-of-the-mill, everyday, average person. And they go to movies. They might see 4 movies a year. They might see more. But if these are the movies, it's like, oh, Avengers is coming out. Oh, I want to take my family to see a fun comic book movie. It's going to have characters that I've seen before, that I've enjoyed before. Nobody, and I mean nobody, knows any of these cats. If you showed this lineup to your regular friends, not your buddies that watch, YouTube, and your buddies that are all into the comic book genre, you're just normal, average, everyday friends that you got at work, you got at school. If you showed them this list, how many people do you think they could name? We got, 9 people on this. How many people do you think your friends could name off of this list? They would stare at this and they'd be like, well, there's Samuel L. Jackson. That's about it, right? That's about it. There's not that many characters on here that you are absolutely looking at. And, oh yeah, I can't wait to see that person's next movie. It's not happening. It's just not happening, y'all. I'm sorry. Okay. So yeah, this is going to be a trash lineup. Okay. Absolutely trash lineup. Let me go ahead. Let's hit some of these comments, see what y'all saying. Doom is going to kick their ass. Oh, bro, cool. Kev. Doom is going to mud stomp these fools. He is going to curb stomp all of these cats. Okay? He better do it. Otherwise, I'm going to have real problems with this Doom, all right? Mr. P. And that's a Robert Downey Jr. See, that's why they brought Robert Downey Jr. in, because they got this lineup. When you got this lineup, yeah, man, we need to get Rob back in here. RDJ, what you doing? We need to get Rob back up in here, because this shit ain't gonna do nothing. This shit's gonna make $0. It'll make some money. It'll get over its budget, but not by much. All right. They forgot Cornrow Iron Man. Oh yeah, that's right. Well, that's New Avengers, and they got to bring in Cornrow Ironheart. Yeah, real talk, man. Sheesh. She-Hulk alone will ruin this movie. You add everyone else in that picture in the studio will owe you money. Y'all tripping, man. But yeah, you're right. You're right. We now have a 5'7" midget, Victor Von Doom, man. Is that how tall Robert Downey Jr. is? He's only 5'7"? Why are actors small, man? I thought back in the day, like you had tall actors and stuff, 6'2", 6'3". I think John Wayne was like 6'2" or 6'3". Like, why can't we have like legendary actors be tall? Like, why are they all short and little? I don't get that. They have to bring back the OG Avengers. That's the only way to save this trash. It is, man. It is. Or why is Loki an Avenger? He is evil. Man, they play fast and loose with Loki. They do whatever they want to do with Loki, man. That's just how it is. Who the hell is the chick with the bow staff? That's Yelena, man. That's Yelena, right? Black Widow, the Black Widow replacement. That's who that is. Man. She-Hulk is like got thick thighs, say Marvel. They would have to neuter Doctor Doom significantly. Oh my God, yes. Yeah, Doctor Doom would waste everybody in an hour. Him and Scarlet Witch back and forth for sure. Everybody else is getting like laid out straight up. Okay. Straight up. Yeah, 420 sounds good. Hail DA, Dan Crane. What's good with you, bro? Hail to you as well. They'll be lucky to hit that 500 million. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a bit of luck, for Marvel here on out, because Marvel really doesn't have much. There's nothing going on with Marvel that makes me want to tune in. Avengers discount bin. What's up, Hannibal? Straight up, man. Straight up. SJ, what's good? Sub 500 million. Yep. Exactly. Avengers Doomsday won't make the dollar show in theaters. Leia plus size is a fool. But yeah, I just don't see anything going on with this cast of characters. Okay. This cast of characters seems lightweight, super lightweight. The only thing I think they could do is bring back Thor. They would have to throw Thor in here somewhere for sure. All right. Chris Hemsworth is down. He'll come back for that. So they got to bring back Thor. I think you also got to bring in what's his name? Hawkeye, if he's down, all right, because he's still floating around, you ain't dead or anything. So you bring in Hawkeye, you bring in Thor. Let's see, Cap. Yeah, I'm thinking of the originals, right? So you got Cap, you had Thor, Hulk. They'll have Hulk in this shit, sadly and unfortunately. Hulk will be hanging around because Mark Ruffalo, he doesn't really have a career outside of this shit, So yeah, I think they definitely will bring those three in for sure. $5 bargain bin lineup. Yep. I honestly don't expect Marvel to get their money back. I don't either. I think they'll break even. I do think they'll break even because they're probably going to spend somewhere in the neighborhood of $200 million, 200 to 250. They'll add the marketing with that another 200. That's 500. Actually, you know what? I take that back, because if they spend $200 million on this movie and then they spend another 200 million on marketing, that's 400 million, and then they got to double that to get their money back. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Esmeralda. They probably won't make their money back off of this, because I don't think people are looking for the Avengers like that. Not right now. Voice protagonist, the Avengers Watch Out Squad. Oh my God, this looks like the leftovers. I liked some of them when they started out. I think we all did. All right. I think we all did. But at some point in time, it's like Marvel don't got it no more. So then we just all slowly but surely checked out. I can't even name them all. Yeah, right. It's a struggle for some fans to name them, much less your average normie. The average normie don't know. They don't know who these people are. All right. They know Loki. They maybe know, Nick Fury. I mean, those are the two ones that stand out significantly because they've been around longer. All right. They've been around through it all, Outside of that, does anybody know who this chick is? They be like, who is that? I have no idea. If you didn't watch Black Widow, you don't know who this is. If you didn't watch, she was in Hawkeye. You have no idea who this is. And how many people watch Black Widow and how many people watched Hawkeye? Exactly. All right. Some people might know Shuri. But, you know, she's like on that second tier list of people that the regular audience might know. You know, same with Carol Danvers, Brie Larson. Some people might know her. You know, Sam Wilson. Some people might know him. But everybody, I mean, just like these are might be's, maybes. Nobody knows these people, man. That's the biggest problem Marvel is running into. Okay. So, yeah, it's going to be a flop. All right. An absolute flop. Best believe that. So, all my buddies on YouTube, that's true. We all know we will watch it, but the normies, none whatsoever. Okay. Everybody's begging me to read comments. I hope I read them. All right. Because I look, I ain't got a lot of time. Like I said, I got something to do. I got to have a hard break at 10. I got some shit to get through. Let me go ahead and bring up the next one. Oh, wait, hold up. Before we do, let's get over to this. We got a couple of super chats. We got Sergeant Garatina, member for 3 months. Hollywood has been taken over by hacks who ruin it. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. It's something we talk about daily. Hollywood has activists throughout its ranks. They have people that have they don't care about the stories, they don't care about the characters, they don't care about the audience, they don't care about the franchise, they don't care about the IP or the creators that created it. The only thing these activists care about is their message. What is it that they want to teach you? What is it that they want to preach? And that's it. You know, and that's where Hollywood is. It's literally like we're using all of these big properties to spew our ideology. But we don't care about the property. We don't care about the fans that built the property up to become the juggernaut that it became, where we could roll a movie out or roll a television series out and it's going to get 1 million eyeballs on it. We don't care about all of that. The only thing we care about is we got a message that we got to get across to the world. This is the biggest platform that we can find, especially when it's Disney, when you're talking about Marvel and Star Wars. That's it. That's all. Okay. That's all it is to it. We also got Master Swag King for $2. My hero is better than Hunter x Hunter. What's up, dog? Yeah. You know what? You see my guy right here, okay? You got All Might right here, okay? And we got All Might right here. All right. Number one anime character, in my opinion. But I love Hunter x Hunter as well, you know. I got a lot of stuff. You see the My Hero over here as well. Well, right here. I got My Hero shit up in here, man. I'm more of a My Hero Academia guy than anything. But Hunter x Hunter is, you know, it's my jam. Thanks for the $2, Master Swag King. I do appreciate that. All of the super chats that you guys give definitely help keep the lights on. Let me give you a super chat respect video for that. Thank you very much. Look, and that was All Might right there, too. Don't be trying to challenge me on my All Might love, man. All Might's my guy, all right? Hey, All Might is my guy. So don't try to challenge me on that at all, all right? All right, next up, here we go. Let's talk a little Sonic versus Mufasa at the Christmas box office, all right? That's dropping in about, 3 weeks, all right? In 3 weeks, it's going to be Sonic the Hedgehog and Mufasa duking it out. And I already know where the chat is at with it. I already know how everybody loves it, but Mufasa might have something for Sonic, okay? Mufasa might have something for Sonic right now, okay? According to this information, all right? It's about 50 million a piece, okay? It's about 50 million a piece, and it's close, okay? It's close. It's not going to be a blowout like a lot of people think. This is going to be a nice little battle. Sonic and Mufasa head to head. What's going to happen? Who knows? We'll have to wait until we get there. But right now, early box office look, they say Sonic has the slight advantage, okay? So it says currently the Hedgehog is looking to outrun the Lion 55 million to 50 million. But keep in mind, Disney hasn't screamed out its Mufasa campaign yet. That happens on December 2nd, which is tomorrow. So I guess they're saying there's going to be some sort of a big campaign push for Mufasa the Lion King starting tomorrow. Even though trailers will be in front of a ton of family eyeballs this weekend on Moana 2, Mufasa has had 3 trailers out and a teaser for ticket sales versus Sonic's 2. So look, I already know, in my opinion, I think Sonic is probably going to be the better movie, and it's probably going to do better in the long run. However, I said this a couple of weeks ago. Don't be surprised if Mufasa wins the week or the weekend or that initial weekend. Okay. Do not be surprised. It's close right now. Okay. That's what they have currently. But Mufasa hasn't kicked its campaign into high gear. There's a lot of Disney heads that just go to see everything Disney. They'll wait for Sonic the next weekend. I know the kids are going to definitely be pushing for Sonic more than they are pushing for Mufasa. But in my opinion, this is just my opinion, I think Mufasa is going to get off to a really, really strong start. Okay. A really, really strong start. And then Sonic is going to pick up the slack in the long run. And I think Sonic will ultimately be the higher grossing film. But that's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. But I think right now, based on this knowledge right here, that Mufasa really hasn't gotten the campaign going yet, and there's going to be a strong push through December. Every time somebody goes and sees Moana, I guarantee you there is a Mufasa trailer playing in front of that joint. They're starting their major campaign push next week. We'll see. But I really do believe that Sonic is probably going to come in second place. I know that hurts some of y'all feelings, but I think Sonic's going to win in the long run. Okay, because I think Sonic 3 is going to be one of the most talked about video game movies of all time. I think they have hit it on all cylinders ever since that first Sonic. And then the second Sonic just built on that. And now we get to this one. I think this is going to be a juggernaut. I'm expecting $800 million. I'll be very honest with you. And a lot of cats would probably look at me like, what? 800 milli. That's where I have Sonic 3. I don't think Mufasa is going to get there. I think it comes up short, maybe at around the 600 million mark. But that's just what I think. Because again, you're talking about a franchise that has been building towards something. You got Jim Carrey and possibly his last role. Now they're bringing in Shadow. Okay. I'm a Sonic guy, guys. Look, let me remind you guys. All right. Y'all see who I got back here. All right. Yeah, that's my boys. Okay. I got Sonic back here. So I'm a Sonic dude, heart all in. But I'm just being honest. I think that Mufasa's got the juice when it comes to Disney, when it comes to the Lion King and as a franchise and the Disney marketing push. Call it what you think, but I really believe that's where it's at. All right. Let's see what y'all think. Sonic 3, a film goer says Sonic 3. Yep. Sonic all day. Sonic all day. I think, again, long run for sure. For sure. Sonic 3 looks great. It does, man. It does. It really does, man. I think Sonic 3 is going to be better than the first two. Go Sonic 3. Sonic 3 is going to wreck Mufasa in the long run, cool kid, but first weekend, that's the question. That's the big question. The Bluebird is going to do loops around Mufasa. What's up, Ethan Lewis? Yeah, Mr. P, why do people still support, Disney? I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea. But there are people that support Disney, 100%. There are people that support Disney. Esmeralda, I was sure you would say something about Sonic DA. Yeah, it's in the. I think it's in the. It was in the description, right? Yeah, I think Sonic again and Mufasa. Look, it's going to be a good holiday for the kids either way. Whether we like Mufasa, whether we think it's going to be shit or not, it doesn't really matter. I think it's going to be a good holiday for the kids. Balerian, what's up, Balerian? Shadow is going to dethrone Mufasa before he even walks Pride Rock. I like that one. Mr. P just watched the animation. What the fuck is wrong with people? Name says studios listen to the fans versus studios of soulless remakes. I know who I got. I know who I got too. I'm just keeping it 100. I listen. If anything, I give you my honest opinion. I'm not going to try to smooth talk you, say what you think, what I think you want to hear. Gon Cucksack. Mufasa is going to be great. The story of evil white lion colonizer suppressing the good yellow lions. I can't figure out what the analogy is yet. Yeah. Fair point. Now you sounding like Grace Randall. Oh, hey, whoa. Cool Kev. Them fighting words, bruh. Them fighting words. You better be addressing somebody in the chat with that bullshit. What you talking about, man? You must be talking about John. John, Cool Kev is calling you out, my guy. Is that 50 million domestic? Yeah, I think it's going to be 50 million domestic. I think this, I'm pretty sure. Let me see. Hold up. I'm pretty sure this is talking domestically. Because usually they don't try to track international box office. Yeah. Right now, Sonic is ahead of Mufasa, 11.7 for general audiences. Sonic 3 had a big second trailer that trended. Mufasa is ahead of Sonic, 50 to 47 in interest. So there's little things like that. But yeah, I'm pretty sure this is in regards to the domestic box office. This isn't regarding the international box office. 50 million, it's going to do more than 50 million. Both movies will do more than 50 million worldwide. So that's got to be international only. That's got to be international only. Esmeralda, I would rather sooner watch Sonic than Mufasa. And I know next to nothing about Sonic. Sonic's, look, you got to go back and watch them Sonics. If you haven't seen the first two Sonics, Esmeralda, you've cheated yourself. Go watch both of those movies before we get to Sonic 3. All right. And then go watch Sonic 3. I think it's going to be great. All right. I'd like to hear Alan Ng's take. Yeah, I know, huh? I'll be interested to hear that because he's definitely a Disney guy. So I'll be interested what Alan thinks about Mufasa. Yeah, that's a really good point there. I wonder what Alan thinks about that. Grace Randolph, Star Wars Explained, Eric Voss, Kyle Katarn, all bought by Disney. They sold themselves for early access and pandering. Yeah, man, in the goodie bag. Okay, you get a nice goodie bag when you show up for a Disney, at the premiere. They hook you up. They take care of their people, man. Best believe that. Big Mouth, we went and saw Moana 2 last week. The youngest wants to see Sonic. No interest in Mufasa. Okay. Hey, fair point, man. Hey, look, I'm curious to see how it does. I think, again, this is just me. And look, if I'm proven wrong, I'm wrong. No problem with that. But I think more people are going to go for Mufasa. It's the Lion King. So they're going to be pushing that Lion King music. They're going to be pushing all of that shit out there, right? That's going to be all over everybody's radio, everybody's television. Disney has a very good marketing team to push. They probably spend way too much on marketing. So you're going to see all of that Lion King. And let's go see the Lion King movie. That's what parents are just going to automatically want to go and see. Parents are the ones that got to take these kids to the movies. So the kids are going to be like, I want to go see Sonic. I want to go see. And the parents going to be like, man, we're going to see Lion King because that's something that we know. We'll see Sonic on the next one. But the parents initially, I think the parents are just going to go see Mufasa. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong once again. So we have a shield. Who wears the shield? Who's the shield? Where's the shield? Shout them out. I missed the shield. Damn it. This is why you got to keep up with the chat. We got a shield in the chat. What? Whoever the shield is, thank you for being here. I appreciate you helping out the channel. Keep shilling, sir. You give me tons of material. The shields do their job, man. The shields, I love the shields, man. They are hard. Listen, man. The shield media they are experts at their craft. Okay. You talk about professional shill, like we preach the company line. We spit that Disney business every single day, man. And we don't let up for a second, and we are consistent with it. The shills are like, if you could find somebody to be on your side and they have your back, it's a shill. Because even if shit is bad, they are still on you in your corner. Like, how long did it take? Remember, we saw the ING article. How long has it taken ING to finally come around when it comes to Star Wars? They have been backing Kathleen Kennedy's play from day one, and they haven't budged. Finally, we get an article where somebody's saying, yo, man, these shills, man, you gotta knock this crap off. Look, man, we are bad at this. Look, like, we got to stop doing this. Disney needs to get Star Wars together. We finally get an article calling these idiots over at Lucasfilm out for the first time in forever. So I give it to the shills, man. They know their work. They're bad. They're terrible people, but damn it, they are experts, man. They are experts in the craft. Minecraft looks so disrespectful to the game and to the fans. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. DA, would you do an out of the theater review on both movies? Maybe. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. I have to see how my time is. Out of the theater reviews for me is a lot about time because sometimes I got just enough time to go and watch a movie and then I got to scoot. I got somewhere to go right immediately or I got to get back to doing something else. But I'll definitely see about doing one for Sonic. I don't know about Mufasa. I don't know about Mufasa. Sonic is a lion killer. Agreed. Most people aren't online. That's why Disney still has support. What's up, Chris Bolts? Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. A lot of people that are online think that everybody must look. I think it's something in the neighborhood of like, I forgot how many American people are on Twitter. But let's say it was like 100 million, which I think is high. But let's say it's 100 million Americans that have Twitter. How many people are active on Twitter on a daily basis? Think about that. How many people are actually using Twitter every single day? Not that many. Not that many. Welcome to December. Oh, yeah, December 1st. Happy December. We got one more 31-day run to go, and then we are in 2025. All right, we are winding up the year. Mufasa is going to ruin Lion King by making Scar sympathetic and Mufasa as a non-royal blood. Yeah, there's all kinds of problems with that movie. I've talked about that several times. There's tons and tons and tons of problems with that movie. At the end of the day, how many people are really going to care? We care. Yes. How many other people are going to care? I don't know. I have no idea. You see how many people still go to theme parks? Yeah. Yeah, theme parks be packed. All right. Theme parks be jam-packed. Mufasa will make money, unfortunately. It is what it is, man. Sonic 3 ain't hitting $1 billion. No, it's not. I think 800 million is the ceiling. It might go a bit above that, but I think 800 million is the ceiling, and I think it'll hit it. All right. Let me check this poll out, okay? The Avengers poll, 82 people have voted so far. What does Avengers Doomsday do? All right. So 6% said 1.3 billion. Let's see here. Oh, people just started voting. Okay, so I'm gonna let a few more votes roll in. If we can get over 100 votes, then I'll call it out. But right now, 1.3 billion. Only 6% of you guys even think it's gonna hit that. Yeah, not surprising at all. All right. Let me move on to this. So this is the next one I want to talk about. Oh, here's another thing. I thought that this would actually play into Sonic's favor. Let me show you this. Yeah, Sonic's gonna have a popcorn bucket, y'all. Look at that. Sonic 3 got a popcorn bucket and some merch. That's actually not a bad looking popcorn bucket. I'm not lying to you. That is not a bad looking popcorn bucket. Okay. I don't know if Lion King will have a popcorn bucket. It'll have some merch at the movie theaters for sure. But this type of thing is it's going to get some people to come and check this out day one, and that's going to help Sonic. So we'll have to see how this plays out. But yeah, AMC is going to have this little popcorn bucket or popcorn vessel, as they call it. So you could go and you could get yourself a popcorn bucket from Sonic 3. So yeah, that's kind of dope. There's also going to be this little collectible combo. So look, you're going to have this cup, and then you're going to have this other little popcorn deal. But these cups are nice. I actually like these cups. These cups aren't bad. I actually got a couple of them. I had this one. I got this one from Transformers 1. Let me blow that up a little. Wrong way. This is my Transformers 1 cup. I got this one. I like it. It came with a little car on top. That's kind of cool. All right. So Sonic's going to have something similar to this, from AMC. So AMC is hooking it up for Sonic with that. And then it's going to have, like, I guess, these interchangeable toppers. So you got Sonic, you got Knuckles, you got Shadow, and you got Tails over here. So you can interchange them. Hey, it's something for the kids, right? And the kids, oh, mommy, can I have a cup? Yeah, I want Sonic. No, I want Knuckles. You're going to get all of that kind of shit going. So yeah, that'll be cool. They'll probably sell some merch with this. It'll be a nice little gig, So yeah, smart of AMC to try to jump into that. All right. Look, parents are still idiots. Mr. P, why are you dogging the parents out, man? People are mindless seals. Oh, Cool Kev, you're the shill? You're not a shill, bro. You just got your own opinion, man. Mars Monkey Max, I'm a shill. I be shilling. Dun 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 dun. You got to do a Run DMC parody of that. You be shilling. How many of y'all know you be illin'? Y'all too young for that, man. Y'all don't know you be illin' with Run DMC. Somebody need to do that. I'm surprised somebody hasn't done that. And just talking shit about shills. That would be dope. The DA office now with the shills. Hey, man, I'm cool with shills, man. You guys, look, I get to talk so much trash on shills and make content for shit. Look, that Kyle Katarn situation, whatever, when it came to Kata and all of that stuff like that, that brought a lot of people to my channel. That made me a lot of money. So I'm like, okay, cool. Shill away. I'll never hate the shills just for that reason. Shilling like a villain. Yes, indeed. Shilling and chilling. Neil Nation, rise up. Hey, name. Look, I don't know about no Neil, man. I don't know what Neil is all about, man. I don't like that. I don't like this Skeleton Crew shit's gonna be so bad, man. This Skeleton Crew situation, man. We're gonna be watching it tomorrow. I hope you guys are watching it. Not watching it. You can watch it or not watch it, but we're gonna talk about it. I'm going live with EBN, and then I'll be doing a nightcap tomorrow night. All right, tomorrow night, probably the normal time, 10 p.m. Pacific, 1 a.m. back east. So we could talk it out and discuss whatever we saw for the first 2 episodes of Skeleton Crew. So we definitely gonna do that. All right. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting, man. I don't think Star Wars has an idea in hell of what it is that they want to do. They're just kind of floundering at this point. They're just kind of trying to make it up as they go, throwing shows together, throwing movies together, and just hoping eventually something sticks. That's basically what I see with them cats. All right, we got a couple of more super chats. Let me get to these before we get to the next topic. Double A, IG is finally seeing the light with Disney Star Wars. Yeah, IGN finally figured some shit out. I think that guy is the guy that figures things out, because I was looking through like some of his other like writings, and he's been mostly critical of Star Wars. He hasn't been over, like effervescent with his love and praise. Oh, Disney is doing everything great. Look how great this and that is. He's been mostly critical. He has some little slip ups here and there, but mostly critical of Disney Star Wars. So I think it's just that guy. The fact that IGN allowed him to publish that article, where it's like, all right, Disney, you got to fire Kathleen Kennedy, like literally saying we need a change in leadership. And that can be nobody but Kathleen. For that guy to come out and say everything that he said, I was shocked. All right. I was stunned with that one. Shout out to you, Double A. Thanks for the 199. We also got SWA for $5, a super sticker. Oh, let me see if I can see what that super sticker was. Probably not. I probably missed it. Hold up. Wait a minute. Let me see. Super sticker. No. Yeah. Nope. I can't see it. Oh, well. Thank you very much for the $5, though. I do appreciate that, SWA, whatever that sticker was. And then finally, SWA with another $2. Jim Carrey and Keanu Reeves, Sonic 3. Let's go. Absolutely, man. I'm right there with you, man. Jim Carrey's final movie. I've been a Jim Carrey fan since Living Color, obviously. Hilarious guy, hella funny in Dumb and Dumber, hella funny in Ace Ventura. Love the guy, liar, like all of his movies, man. I've loved them all. And then he did like the dramatic turn in the Truman Show. Fantastic actor, So it's gonna be sad to see that this is possibly his last time in a role, and now he's just gonna, fade off into the horizon and, and just retire. It's kind of sad, but I mean, Jim Carrey, man, there's no way in hell I'm going to miss his last performance in theaters. I'm there probably day one, and then I'll probably that's probably going to really incentivize me to do the out of the theater review just because of that, but yeah, I love me some Jim Carrey, man. It's going to be sad to see that's like, damn, this is his last role. Wow, man. I mean, that was an actor that I was in, like the Cable Guy. I like everything this dude did. I was there. All right. Everything that he did, I was there, man. I love that cat. Let's see what y'all talking about. We need a shadow bucket. A shadow bucket would be dope. I would love to get a bucket with all of these cats, right? I would love to get a bucket with all of these dudes, man. The Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, and Shadow. Wouldn't that be dope? We have four, but I would put them. I would put them right there. I'm gonna try to get that Sonic bucket though for sure. I'm gonna try to get that Sonic bucket. I love Super Sonic. Yep. It better include a large popcorn. Oh, it does. It does. It does. Those pricey popcorn buckets sell. They do. They make a lot of money for the theaters, man. The theaters got to find different ways to make money any which way they can, you know. So yeah. Cool merch. Yep, yep, indeed. Are they made of glass? Nah, this thing, this Transformers, this is plastic, but it's like a solid plastic, you know. It doesn't even like bend when you squeeze it, you know. It's a pretty solid plastic. I got this other cup right here. This one is a little lighter. This is a Deadpool and Wolverine cup. I drink out of this one though. This other one, the Transformers one, I don't drink out of. But this one's kind of the similar plastic, but it's a little bit more bendable. See, guys, you can kind of bend it, you know. See, you can't do that with this one. This is solid. You can't bend this. So this is tough. So this is the one that came from AMC. I can't remember where I got the Deadpool one from. But you know, solid merch. The merch could help Sonic's performance. I think Sonic's going to be just fine with or without the merch. You know, with or without the merch, I think it's going to do just fine. But I think the merch is definitely going to give it a boost. You know, where, you know, some people will definitely show up for the first weekend because you got to go to the first weekends to get the merch. You know, you got to go for those on the first weekend. You know, Jim Carrey in Once Bitten. Oh man, yes. The guy's a legend, man. Loved Carrey and Liar Liar. Liar Liar is such a good movie, man. Jim Carrey will always be an icon. You know what? I'll probably do some sort of like we did one for James Earl Jones when he passed away. We kind of went through like his 10 greatest movies. I'll probably do something like that, you know, for these actors like Jim Carrey that are, you know, saying, "Hey, I've retired, I'm done." You know, give them their flowers before they, you know, are gone. You know, and just kind of recognize them, man. Yeah, Truman Show is a masterpiece. Yes, man, it's so good, man. Such a good movie, man. Stunned everybody. Everybody was like, "Ah, Jim Carrey's the comedian." Man, his dramatic turns. What was the other one that he did? It was like, I think it was Man in the Moon, right? That was such a good movie, man. His dramatic turns, he nails it, right? Yeah, there it is. Man on the Moon. Also an amazing film. Thank you, The Good Doctor. Amazing movie. Amazing movie. Liar Liar and Dumb and Dumber are my favorite movies. Yes, yes, indeed. Yeah, I hope Jim Carrey brought it. And, you know, his last, you know, run of Dr. Robotnik. His last run with Dr. Robotnik is just legendary, classic Jim Carrey. I think that's been my favorite thing about Sonic is watching Jim Carrey do his thing. You know, just watching this cat do his thing, man. Oh yeah, Me, Myself, and Irene. Yeah, and the mask. Yeah, man. Look, you guys know. All right, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. Come on, man. This cat is amazing, man. Yep. Yes Man was good too. Yep. Fun with Dick and Jane. Yep. Oh, who can forget the Grinch? Who can forget the Grinch, y'all? Who can forget the Grinch? The Grinch is one of those roles where Jim Carrey just like cemented himself as a Hollywood legend. He is already a legend, but he really cemented himself as a legend. Okay. Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. Let's talk about it, man. Woo! One of his greatest performances ever, man. Bruce Almighty. Yes. Jim didn't make a single bad film. He really didn't, man. Jim Carrey is going to be, he may go down as one of the most, I don't know where to rate him. Is he underrated? Is he overrated? I don't know. But he is going to be, in my generation, he is going to be one of the greatest actors because he did it all. He did comedy, he did drama, you know, he did like some hard films. He did whatever was needed of him. And he was a consummate professional. You know, I listen, man, it's going to be one of those situations, it's like, damn, man, we ain't had like a good comedy in a while. Where's Jim Carrey at? Like, it's gonna be something like that, man. The guy is truly a legend, man. All right, we are over 100 votes with the Avengers poll. I'm gonna go ahead and end it right there. And here is the final results. So 1.3 billion dropped to 5%. 50% of you guys says $500 million. That's what Avengers Doomsday is doing. 800 million, 32%. 1 billion. All right, so 1 billion, 12% of you guys, and then 1.3 billion, 5%. So basically 82% of you guys said this thing ain't hitting the billy. All right. And I think I agree with every last one of you guys. This thing ain't hitting the billy. No chance at all. He also did a Scrooge movie. Which one was that? What Scrooge movie? I don't remember it. I do not remember that. But we shall move on. All right. Let's talk about this real quick. Is Hollywood addiction to sequels cannibalizing its future? Yes. And it's something we talk about all the time on this channel. And it's something I'm going to keep talking about because I want to keep making a point of it. Hollywood is killing itself with sequels. And this is on, what is this? Variety, okay? Variety agrees with me, all right? Hollywood is killing itself with all of the sequels that it keeps making. We talked about this for a few, all right? The top grossing movies of the year are all sequels. They're now sustaining the industry, but they're in danger of consuming it. 1,000,000%. 1,000,000%. Hollywood is going to destroy itself because it's doubling and tripling down on sequels and it's not making new material. All right. Speaking of that, it was Beetlejuice. All right. Yeah, they, this article basically just kind of says everything that we've been saying, and look, I went back to, I always go back to 1984. They went back to 1985, and they were talking about Staying Alive, Fletch Lives, Beverly Hills Cop 2, Poltergeist 3, and then, they talked about stuff like Aliens. Like, I always go back to the past and I talk about the sequels that came out back then were few and far between. They did not have sequel like we've seen this year. This year, it's been nothing but sequels. It has been all sequels all day, every day. And that's one of the biggest problems Hollywood has, is that these guys are not creating. All right. You got to create Hollywood. You got to make new shit. You can't just keep resting on your laurels, going back to the old well, and let's just dredge up all the stuff that we used to do back in the past. And let's just make that again. Coach was talking about, he just watched, what was it? Die Hard 2, and those are the kind of sequels we used to get, a big popular movie. All right, let's just make a second one. It's going to be exactly like the first one. It's no real difference. But they were few and far between. It wasn't like every movie we got was a sequel to something, or all the biggest movies of the year were a sequel to something that came out 2 years ago or 3 years ago or whatever. Yeah, sequels had always been around. Sequels were always a thing, but it wasn't as prominent as it is. And this is a major, major issue with Hollywood right now. Because if you're not creating new things for people for this current generation, you ask yourself, why is it that Generation Z, Gen Z, and Gen Alpha, why are they so focused on anime? Why is it that they're just watching nothing but anime all day? Why? I'm going to tell you why. Because anime is different. Anime is new. Anime isn't a sequel to something. You might have a second season or a third season of something. Okay, fine. But it's not like every anime that comes out is a sequel to something that came out 5 years ago or maybe 30 years ago. They got the legacy sequels now. Like, all of this shit is coming up like flat in Hollywood. Hollywood, you got to stop it. You got to get away from this stuff. It's very rare that you see sequels, brand new movies. Inside Out 2, top movie of the year, Deadpool and Wolverine. Okay. Despicable Me 4, Beetlejuice, Dune Part 2, Twisters. That's one of those legacy sequels, right? Godzilla Kung Fu Panda 4, Bad Boys Ride or Die. Like, eventually it's just like, all right, man, I've already seen this movie. I don't need to see it again. Let me just go ahead and pull the plug and I'm going to watch some anime. Like, that's what my kids do, because they don't have anything in Hollywood that speaks to them that's brand new and unique and different and something that was made like brand. It's not a spinoff. It's not a remake. It's not a reboot. It's not a sequel. It's not a prequel. It's brand new. That's what people should be trying to make, because this generation deserves it. Gen Z deserves its own Ghostbusters. Gen Z deserves its own Back to the Future. Think about the movies you grew up with. Think about the movies that spoke to your generation and that you quoted to your friends multiple times, back and forth quoting these movies. Think about what those movies are. I guarantee you there wasn't a bunch of sequels. Okay? There wasn't a bunch of sequels. This generation, Gen Z, Gen Alpha, these young kids, they deserve their own Raiders of the Lost Ark. All right? They deserve, I'm trying to think of a movie that, Goonies, you know, they deserve their own Goonies. And no, that's not the Skeleton Crew. All right. It's their own unique vision for their time, for their time frame. They deserve that. We got it. All right. I didn't grow up in the 90s, but I'm pretty sure you guys feel the exact same way about the stuff that came out when you guys was in the, you deserve your own shit. Stop ripping off somebody else's generation. I described it like this once. I said, giving these kids all of these hand-me-downs, you know, these franchise hand-me-downs, that's like you got your brother grew up, he got his own fresh set of clothes, he had his own shit, you know, he got his own clothes, and then your mom, when you get old enough, instead of getting you your own clothes, she just gives you all of his hand-me-downs. Here's your older brother's t-shirts and his jeans and his shoes, and this is yours. It might be clean. It might be well taken care of, and it's pressed, okay? And it looks nice, but it ain't yours, all right? It's not yours. It doesn't belong to you. You got this for him. This was his shit. Why are you giving me these hand-me-downs? You know? Like if you went to you know, it's like somebody's warmed up leftovers. I fixed a nice fresh meal for this person. You come over to visit. Oh, you can have the leftovers. Like, why did you fix this nice meal for this cat and I get the leftovers? That's what this generation is feeling like, which is why they are not rocking with Hollywood, because you guys keep giving us sequel leftovers. You guys keep giving us the hand-me-downs. I want my own shit. I don't want no handout. Stop giving me the hand-me-downs. I don't want to shop at the discount store. I want brand new stuff for me. That's how this generation is looking at it. So that's why they go to anime. Anime is ours. And it's not necessarily ours like that, but it's not somebody else's. You know? Like All Might right here. It's made in this generation. It wasn't made for my generation. It was made in this generation. I happen to like it and all the other stuff that's out here in the anime. But it's not made for somebody then in their 50s. It wasn't made back in the 80s, I should say. You know, like that's the problem, man. That's the biggest problem that we got. And they aren't understanding that. Hollywood doesn't seem to get that. They just don't get it. And so they keep just running through the sequels. And, you know, box office is going to suffer in the long run. Because look, as good as the box office is doing for some of these sequels right now, eventually Hollywood is losing its audience. They're losing their audience. I do videos about this all the time. I'm gonna show you again. The ticket sales is the problem. Okay, the ticket sales is the problem. You guys have seen me share this. All right, the blue line. Right, let me blow that up. All right, the blue line is tickets sold. What do y'all notice about tickets sold? Yeah, it was, you know, what is that? 1.2 billion in 1995. And it was kind of steadily rising up. And then it got all the way to the peak. 1.5 billion tickets sold in 2002. But the tickets sold have been going down. Even as the red line, you notice the box office is going up, but that's because of inflation. The blue line shows that these tickets are not being sold. They're losing their audiences. Okay. And now here we are at the end of the year, at the end of 2024. I think they round this number up because this isn't all the numbers. They round it up. They expect 748 million tickets to be sold by the end of 2024. They're constantly kind of keeping that in flux, but this is where they expect it. So we're seeing a massive decline in people going to the box office, people going to buy movie tickets and going to the movies. And this is the problem Hollywood has. I said on the video before, man, if I was a Hollywood, I think I was on The Office or maybe it was on the Nightcap. If I was a Hollywood or a movie theater owner, I would be trying to get out of the business right now. I would be trying to sell my movie theater, unless I'm AMC or some big chain. But I would probably try to sell it to a big chain. I would try to get out because I think that the movie going business is going to shrink massively. Okay. Severely and massively. Let's see what y'all talking about. I didn't like Terminator 2, but I did like 4. You didn't like Terminator 2? What? That's like the best one. That's like the best Terminator, man. Where were you at? Esmeralda, anyway, I need to go. I've got lots of homework to finish. Get that homework done. Esmeralda, we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for chilling with us tonight. Appreciate you. Let's see. There's still plenty of original movies coming out. They just don't get the marketing push that these bigger movies get. Well, see, maybe that's the problem, film goer. Maybe they need to start promoting some of those brand new movies instead of promoting the sequels. Because again, the sequels are killing the game. And they're spending a lot of money on the sequels. Let's also remember that. Yeah, they might not be they might bring out a lot of original movies. I see them original movies. We've seen them. But number one, they don't get the marketing push. And number two, they don't get the budgets that, some of these sequels get. They don't get these gigantic budgets. And that's another issue, is that they need to split that money up. Instead of making one movie for $200 million, why not make 4 moderately sized $50 million movies and make them original and then market them? That would work out better than what they're doing, The Captain America Winter Soldier, best sequel of the MCU, best film, in my opinion, still best movie in the MCU. Infinity War is a close second, but I think Winter Soldier is still the best one. Let's see. Mars, you didn't like Terminator 2, but you like Terminator Genesis, bruh. I'm not sure. I don't know what movie he watched. Maybe he getting them confused. Hey, no way in hell Terminator 2 ain't the best movie in that franchise. Okay. Worst sequel, Iron Man 3. Yep. I used to think Iron Man 2 was the worst, and then I saw Iron Man 3, and I said, nah, this is trash. Oh, my God. We aren't going to get it with them milking 50 plus year old series. Exactly, Shanatsky. Exactly. They got to stop that shit, man. They got to go back to making original content, original movies. All right. It's ridiculous. 84 was 40 years ago. That's why I always use that as a year. It's my favorite year of movies, but it was also exactly 40 years ago. So in 40 years, you can see where we are right now when it comes to movies. 84 was a great year for a lot of, especially in the summer. The summer 84, I was in the movies like every day, man. I was living in the theaters because there was so many good movies out, and I went and saw them multiple times. I mean, it was a dynamic year, okay? 86 was a good year. 86 was a great year, okay? 94 was also a good year. 96 was a good year, absolutely. There was some great years in film, no doubt about it. But I think the problem is that there were always good original movies that came out those years, and now it's all sequels. This is why, even though some of these movies aren't bad, it's like, hey, this is a good movie. I enjoyed Deadpool and Wolverine and a couple other movies this year. It just doesn't feel important because they're mostly sequels. It's like, oh yeah, they already did this. Hollywood needs to get out of the past. Producers are lazy and stupid, and they don't want to take a chance on new. Exactly. Let's see what else. I'm grateful for hand-me-downs. No, you're not. Stop it, Anton. Some hand-me-downs is good, but look, when it comes to your movies, you want your own thing. You don't want all hand-me-downs. Nothing but hand-me-downs. That's all you get is hand-me-downs. Everything you ever owned is not really yours. It belonged to somebody else before you. Like, I've only driven used cars. Go buy a new car. See how you feel. All right. It's a little different. Everything that I've owned has always been owned by other people or belonged to somebody else. When do I get my own stuff? That's how I look at it, man. And don't forget the comic characters they're adapting came from the 60s to the 90s. I'm not disagreeing. Exactly. Like Avengers, Infinity War, right? I was telling somebody like that was the Infinity Gauntlet. That came out in the 90s. Okay? That was in the 90s. Secret Wars is about to drop. That came out in the 80s. These are old storylines. Do you guys not have the ability to tell new stories in Hollywood anymore? Or the only thing you could do is just, reheat some old shit that people already told that story, 30, 40 years ago. And now you're just reheating it in the oven, popping it in the microwave, man. It's sad. Sloppy seconds. Exactly. Thank you, Twisted Reality. Sloppy seconds. Very sloppy. One Piece is still going on, will be finishing soon, started in the early 2000s. I mean, that's dope, right? But it's still an original run and it carried through. And you can follow that from beginning to end, but they didn't go back and copy off of other people's homework. They did their own thing, all right? Eiichiro Oda, he's his own man doing his own thing. That's what you want. That's what Hollywood doesn't have, okay? Look at Cobra Kai still recycling. Yeah. And look, Cobra Kai may be a great series, and I'm not saying don't try to resurface some of these, but where is there anybody gonna really do something original and then a studio is gonna throw their weight behind it? That's what we need. We need the studios to start throwing their weight behind original shit. Not just, it's just gonna be, sequel, remake, reboot, spinoff. Like, come on, y'all. Hollywood is out of touch with the audience and what they want. Yep. They're only interested in themselves and making money. They're interested in ideology and they're interested in cashing in on giant IPs. That's it. That's all. DA, do we blame millennials for not taking the baton of Gen X storytelling and creating new legendary characters and stories for Hollywood? Aikido, that's a very good question. I'm going to say yes. I think you do have to put some of the blame on the millennials because they just wanted to make money. The creators that came out of that generation just really want to make money. But you also have to look at those that came from Gen X that just wanted to live in the past as well. Because a lot of these guys, like I was listening to the interview from the guy, John Watts, that did the Skeleton Crew. And he straight up said, oh yeah, we wanted to do something that resembled what we watched when we grew up. Amblin Entertainment, the Goonies, and old pirate adventures, they were talking about that. And I'm like, I mean, I get it, but what does that do for the franchise? What does that do for Star Wars? That seems like a very self-indulgent project. You're not doing anything at all for, the franchise and for young people growing up. You're doing something for yourself. You're making something that you would like, which is all right, I guess. But at the same time, nobody else is doing something for this current generation, and it's all right to love your past and, be inspired by it. That's how Star Wars was born. That's how Indiana Jones was born, because George Lucas was inspired by, the stuff that he grew up with, the serials, those movie serials. But you still have to start creating. You can't get lost in this malaise of non-creativity. Writers write. Writers should be creating all the time, making new things. I just don't understand the concept of not writing. I don't get it. Hey, it's me and HD. What's up? Anime is done the old way. Timeless. Yes. They understand storytelling in ways that Hollywood either doesn't or doesn't want to. They don't want to accept what storytelling is, Major issues right now going on in Hollywood. Budgets need to come down. That's another big one. I can't get a shout out. Man, I shouted you out, Twisted Reality. I'm just always behind on the chat because I filibuster. All right. I chat, yap, talk. And then I finally get around to y'all. Thank you very much, Twisted Reality. I appreciate you for being here, sir. Good commentary, man. Good comments. You dropped them in the chat. I appreciate that, bro. All right, let me get to some of these super chats, man. We got a few of them starting to pile up. I appreciate you guys very, very much. Let me clear out the old ones. All right, we got SWA for $5. There'd better be less of the human stuff in Sonic 3. That was my main critique for 2. I'll watch it either way. Eggman's dad. What? I love, man. Look, I don't mind the human stuff at all, especially because Jim Carrey is there. I don't mind it. And they did a really good job with mixing Sonic and the world, his world, Sonic, Tails, Knuckles in the previous film. They do a good job of mixing all of that together. So I'm all the way in. Look, I don't think they've made a bad movie. The first one was great. The second one was great. I'm looking forward to the third for sure. But yeah, Eggman's dad, I'm not sure what they're going to do with that. I'm not sure what they're going to do with that. But like I said, man, I'm down for it because they haven't pissed me off at all. I've loved everything. So hopefully they keep it up. Thank you very much, SWA, for the $5. We got Dragon Master Zero, member for 2 months. Sequel used to be done the right, sequels used to be done right for the most part. I've always felt like sequels were mostly a cash grab. They were trying to capitalize on the previous work, and that was it. Now, you can still do that right. You can still do a good job with it. But to me, a true sequel would be where you see the first film, like, honestly, like Top Gun Maverick. Top Gun Maverick is almost the perfect sequel because it continued the story. Or Empire Strikes Back, okay? Better example. Empire Strikes Back is the kind of sequel, the only kind of sequels that should be make are things like The Empire Strikes Back, where it's like, okay, we left you here. We kind of wrapped that first movie up. You really don't need a second one, but we got more. And what we're giving you builds upon what was done the first time. If a sequel is just there to repeat what we just saw in the first film, if that's all the sequel is doing, or it's just there as a lazy cash grab, like pretty much every horror movie sequel is just a lazy cash grab. Oh, we found this great horror icon. Everybody likes it. All right, let's do one. Let's do another one. You see that from every horror type, from slasher films to J horror to like The Conjuring and all of that. All of that, they're just cash grabbing. They're just cash grabbing because the first one hit. They really don't have a great idea for the second one, but we'll go ahead and make one anyway because it's going to make money. So those are the usual sequels that we see. But yes, if you do a sequel right, you can hit pay dirt, man. You can hit pay dirt and you can really build a franchise, but you got to do it right. Thank you very much for being a member for 2 months, Dragon Master. We got Devin2677, member for 3 months. The creative bankruptcy is real. 100%, man. Creative bankruptcy in Hollywood is a major, major, major issue. All right. Big time issue. They need to fix that because if they don't, they're going to kill their own industry. It's just crazy to even think of something like that, but they're going to kill their own industry. Dragon Master 0 for 2. I wish GRMM, George R.R. Martin, would finish damn Ice and Fire series. He ain't never finishing that, all right? I've already made my peace with it. It's not happening, okay? It's not happening. He is not going to finish that series. He's going to die, and it's still going to be some books and shit to tell, and somebody else going to finish it. That's just how I feel, all right? Because, look, he hasn't gotten a Winds of Winter, and he still got one more after that. What is it, a Song of Spring or some shit? I forget the actual name of what he said it was going to be, but he's never going to get to that, all right? He is never going to get to it. Forget about it, all right? Thank you very much. We got $2 from Shanatsky. Can't create meaning if you don't believe in it. Yeah, that's a good point. These cats don't believe in anything but their own silly ideology, and they double and triple down on it. They don't believe in real human values other than, equality. People are equal. No, they're not. All right, people are different. Everybody's different. You and I are different. So there's no such thing as equality. It's a myth told to you by leftists. All right, don't believe it. But that's the only thing they believe in, shit like that. That you can't create anything of meaning at all if you have a broken, wacky, stupid ideology running your life. Straight up. $2 from Twisted Reality. I realized the chat was behind DA. My bad. Oh, don't worry about it, man. Don't worry about it. Look, here, I it's different than a lot of other streams. I watch other streams just to kind of see what other cats do. Mine, I honestly, I'm just having a conversation with people, and I'll go on filibusters and I'll talk for 5 minutes on a subject that probably only needed one, but that's just who I am. And then I'll go through the chat, And then normally when we have people on here, see, I've hit the regular chat way more than I normally do because, I don't have guests to talk to. So I'm talking to you guys. But normally it's just like we don't even see the chat because the chat is like, hey, we talking with T, we talking with Cyfax or other guests, and it's like, whoop, sorry, missed a whole lot of chats. And I always go back. Keep in mind, folks, I always go back and I watch my videos again and I look at everything everybody is saying, So don't think that I didn't see what you said because I did, because I always go back and watch it. Like after I'm done with this, probably later on tonight, I am going to read through all of the chats and everything because you guys are cool, man. And I like, I like hearing what you have to say. All right, straight up. Finally, we got a 5 from SWA. Rangers Apprentice TV show done right would be great, in my opinion. Rangers Apprentice show. Rangers Apprentice show? I don't know what that could mean. What's a Rangers? Rangers of the New Republics? That would have been great. Not sure what to make of that, SWA. Leave some more information on that in the chat if you don't mind, sir. All right. I'm gonna get to look, I'm way behind again. A Dream of Spring. Thank you, Shanatsky. A Dream of Spring. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. Yeah, again, I don't think George R.R. Martin gives a damn anymore. I think he just like, I got some notes sitting somewhere, and when I die, I'll sell such and such. I honestly, I believe he's already made those arrangements. I'm not going to write A Dream of Spring. I'm not going to do it. Somebody else is going to do it. I might get to Wins a Winner. I might finish that, but I might not, So I think George R.R. Martin is not going to write any of his shit. He's done writing. He's doing other things, and there it is, Sadly and unfortunately. 2 great sequel series, Better Call Saul and Mayans. Better Call Saul is phenomenal. It's a prequel, by the way, but it is phenomenal. It is absolutely phenomenal. In a lot of ways, it's better than Breaking Bad. Breaking Bad is the superior series, but there are moments in the writing. You could tell the writers grew up a lot. They improved their writing, and especially with the character of Mike. The character of Mike is better, and they spend more time with him, of course, but he's a better character in Better Call Saul than he is in Breaking Bad. He really is. He is a phenomenal character. Mayans as well. Great series. Love Mayans. Love Mayans. Did someone say T? Uncle T? What's up, my guy? What's up? Chilling. Thanks for hanging out in the chat, my guy. Appreciate you. Let's see. What up? The books are shite anyway. Y'all leave George R.R. Martin alone, man. Leave this boy alone, man. Better Call Saul is better than Breaking Bad. I would never say that. I think Breaking Bad is still the superior series, but I think Better Call Saul has better character development, and in certain moments, it is badass. And it's funnier. It's a more well-rounded series. Breaking Bad is just kind of dour after a while. You just kind of get like, man, you get kind of depressed watching Breaking Bad. You know what I'm saying? Better Call Saul has those moments as well, but it lightens it up. The chick that plays Kim is a great actress, man. I haven't seen her in anything. I forgot her name, but the chick that plays his girlfriend, Kim, the other lawyer, she is great, man. That is a hell of an actress. They nailed it with the casting. Okay, the casting in both of those series, top notch. Can't do better, man. Can't do better than that. Greg C, hey, the DA, good to see you again. Hope you had a great turkey feast day. Yes, I did. I had a great day on Thanksgiving. Hope you guys did as well. Just family, small, intimate, nothing wild, nothing crazy. But yeah, really, really fun day. And I hope you guys enjoyed your Thanksgiving as well with you and yours, Greg C. Thank you very much, sir. Appreciate it. Let's see. Sergeant Giratina going to bed. Take care, everyone. Hey, thank you for hanging out in the chat. Thank you for being a loyal and positive supporter over there, Giratina. Avengers Rising. That's how I'm always going to remember you, man. Avengers Rising. Here they go, man. Uncle T, Grande is a 3. She need to put some meat on her bones, man. That chick is skinny as fuck. I don't know how she does it, man. I don't know how she does it, man. She is a toothpick, all right? And weird, too, right? She got weird all of a sudden. I don't remember. Maybe she was always this weird, but I've never, like all of them interviews that you're seeing, the ones with Cynthia Erivo right now, whoo, boy. That is one weird little girl, man. Weird as hell. I mean, straight up, man. All right, let me get back to it, man. We got a couple of things we got to get to. This one, your boy Mark Hamill. Oh, I know you guys love him. All right, Luke Skywalker. Well, I hate the Daily Mail's website. You guys got all these ads be sitting up on top. You can't never scroll away from them. Star Wars icon Mark Hamill eviscerated for a disgraceful Trump comparison. So, of course, Mark Hamill, all right, he's over there on Blue Sky, crying, complaining. He couldn't handle X after he lost, after he lost the presidency. He seemed like he lost, right? His people's lost the presidency. And all of a sudden, he just disappears. Poof, gone. Like, where you go? Like, if Trump, I wonder if Trump lost, would they have stayed on X? Because X wasn't going to change. X has been this way for a while. What would have been different? Nothing. Except that Trump lost. They would have been able to crow and talk shit and all that. That's what it is. They don't want to. They can't stand the fact that we get to talk shit and they got to shut up. So they run to their echo chamber over there on Blue Sky to cry. Well, now this cat is out there saying some disgraceful crap. Okay. Let's see here. It says here, Mark Hamill has been slammed after he appeared to compare Donald Trump's election to Pearl Harbor. Okay. He called it Pearl Harbor. And look, I got the tweet or the post or whatever you want to call these craps on Blue Sky, whatever you want to call this crap. So somebody said the 2024 election was only 3 weeks ago. And Mark Hamill says a day that will live in infamy. All right. Capitalize in every single word. Now, if you guys aren't familiar with a day that will live in infamy, that's the description of December 6th, 1944. All right. Or 41. I'm sorry. 1941. Is it December 6th or December 7th? No, it's December 7th. I'm sorry. December 7th, 1941. That's the day that Japan bombed Pearl Harbor. And, it's one of the worst days in the history of the United States. It's one of the worst days. I mean, people put it right there with 9/11. It is one of the worst days in the history of the country. When the Japanese came over, destroyed Pearl Harbor, and, thousands upon thousands upon thousands of Americans' lives were lost, and it pushed us right into World War II. That was a day that will live in infamy. But the election? Only if you're Trump deranged and you're a Looney Tunes Hollywood bubble dweller would you ever think that the election of Donald Trump by a vast majority of the people would somehow be a day that lives in infamy, that you could compare this language to the same language that was used to describe Pearl Harbor. This guy is an absolute Looney Tunes nutcase, okay? I'm sad that he's Luke Skywalker. I wish there was a way that this guy could get replaced like 10 years ago. I am so tired of him playing Luke Skywalker as much as I'm a Star Wars fan. This guy is an absolute bonehead, man. But yeah, this is what is going on right here. Yeah, Amelia Clark, he left X. Yeah, he's over here on Blue. This is Blue Sky. Look, Blue Sky Social, B Sky Social, or whatever you call this crap. That's where Mark Hamill is at now. Okay. He's on Blue Sky running from his critics, from the people that would talk trash to him. He hadn't shown up on that. He's still on there. I think his account still exists on X, but he doesn't post on it, because he's a coward, right? Because he's an absolute coward. Apparently, they still haven't left the country. I'm waiting for him to leave the country. Can't leave the country already. Get up out of here, man. Mark Hamill was always a better voice actor than being an actual actor for film and television. Look, he could play Luke Skywalker, and that was it. Everything else, you're right. He's a voice actor. Ridiculous. Let Sebastian Stan be the next Luke Skywalker. I want him to recast immediately. All right. I want them to recast immediately. Shout out Trump won again, our 47th greatest president. He's not the 47th greatest president. He's the greatest, right? Or maybe he's top 5. I don't know. You guys make up your minds on that. I'm just tripping. Yeah, it's just ridiculous. Hamill can go force himself. Imagine comparing the election of Donald Trump to Pearl Harbor. Just even using that language to compare that. What kind of weirdo do you have to be? What kind of Trump deranged asshole do you have to be? Yeah, thank you. It was December 7th. Yes, thank you about that. December 6th. I get June 6, 44, December 7, 41. That's where my head got those two dates mixed up. Sebastian Stan needs to replace this clown 100%. 100%. Yes. Look, y'all are here doing y'all ratings. Vivica Fox was all that. She was all that in a bag of chips back in the day, but not anymore. I hear Blue Sky's trash. Oh, it is. Oh, yes. Yes. It's trash and it's full of child molesters, man. These people are weird. Oh my God, man. Don't go over there, man. I every once in a while I look at it just to see what's happening. And I regret it every time, man. I regret it every time. So I just went on there for Mark Hamill. I literally went search Mark Hamill just so I can pull up the post and show it. That was it. I won't be back on Blue Sky anytime soon. Blue Sky is trash. Blue Sky is a joke. Yeah, don't be out there. All right. Don't be out there. Film goer, no matter what side you lean on, never let your personal politics or political views dictate your life this extreme. Bravo, sir. Bravo. Yeah, there's too many weird people out there that just get taken over by politics. That's a big problem, man. That's a big problem we got in this world. Big problem we got in this world. Dominic Lopez. What's up, DA? It's been a minute since I caught the DA's office. We're glad you made it, man. Thank you for chilling with us. Yeah, you used to be here a lot. I don't think I've seen you in a while, but I'm glad you made it, man. I appreciate you for chilling with us and hanging out. We got a couple more topics that we got to get to, and we're going to get to them. Natural boobs are overrated. My ex-wife has double D's. Her back always hurt. You know what? I think a solid C cup is about as big as they need to be. Double D's can be a problem. I don't disagree with that. I don't disagree. You got to get like all kind of back braces and shit. Like, who want to do all that, man? You know. And then they're just really good to look at. Like, you know, you can have a little fun with them, but I think a solid C cup, that's about all you need. You know. Stacey Dash. Oh, Stacey Dash was a banger. Woo. Uh-oh. T's dropping the porn stars in the T's dropping porn stars in here. Look, T, try to keep it PG-13 if you don't mind, sir. Oh my God. The DA, just like the initial Blue Sky, is bullshit. BS. Absolutely. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. More D's, more pain. Wow, that explains so much. C cup's fine, T. C cup's fine. Thank you very much. Sorry about that, John. Solid C cup. That's all you need, man. That's all. How much you trying to do, man? Be having to like. It's too much, man. It's too much work. Too much work, man. Nice, solid. Look, double D's. Look, we have all had our share. That's my preference. Everybody has their preference. We've all had our share of everything from, mosquito bites all the way up to, fake. I am good with a solid C cup. I don't need much more than that. Okay. Nothing more than a mouthful. T do Danny Days. T be asking for it. Holy crap, man. Holy crap. All right, let me get to this next topic. This is really the topic of the day. All right. This is really the topic of the day. And this is the one where we've been kind of wondering what would save the box office this year. And it looks like it might be Moana. Moana came through, and right behind with Wicked and Gladiator, we have an all-time record, ladies and gentlemen, an all-time record for Thanksgiving. 5-day U.S. box office hitting an amazing all-time $420 million. AMC calls it a national phenomenon. This is crazy. But look, you got to give these cats credit when it's due. Disney changed Moana from a TV series to a movie. Bob Iger knew what he was doing. He said, look, we got to do it. And he did it. I don't like Bob Iger. I think Bob Iger is a terrible CEO. I think he is running that company into the ground. But like I said on the other video, a broken clock is right twice a day. He was right. He changed Moana from a TV series to a movie, and he's raking in the dough. Now, look, everybody says this movie is trash, and I believe him. Okay, I believe him. Chris Gore and Alan Ng, they did their out of the theater review for Moana 2. They said it's hot garbage. Okay, both of them didn't like the movie. I'm like, yep, I believe you. But Sometimes you don't have to necessarily make a good movie to get people to go out and see it. So they did the job. They knocked it out of the park. They got the box office off the snide $420 million. That's impressive by any stretch. That is impressive. There's no way, there's no two ways to it. So you got to give them credit where credit is due. Okay. So yeah, and every last one of these movies is going to get helped out. All the movies that's in theaters still that, may have, been struggling, not doing as well, they benefited because a rising tide raises all boats. All right. An unprecedented, estimated $420 million at the domestic box office, according to ComScore. All right. Moana pulled in 17.4 million admissions, Wicked 8.7 admissions, while Gladiator counted over 3.3 million admissions over the Wednesday through Sunday stretch. What's clear in the current post-COVID marketplace is while there is no floor to when a movie bombs, there's also no ceiling to when movies connect, and that's what we had here in Moana 2, Wicked, and Gladiator 2 over Wednesday through Sunday. So again, hats off to them. Let's show how it all broke down. All right, here's the box office mojo rundown. Moana 2, $221 million. This is domestic. All right. This is the 5-day. This is the domestic box office. Okay. Weekend 48. All right. We only got a couple of more weekends to go for the year. Weekend number 48, $221 million. Yo, you got to give it up to them. When Disney does make sense and do something right, I got to call it like I see it. Smart move by Bob Iger. Smart move. Now, will it have the long-lasting effect that he needs it to have? Will this hit $1 billion? We got to see. Right now, they have Moana at the worldwide, $386 million worldwide in its first 5 days. That is a good number. That is a solid number. That is not a number that is going to make its money back. They still got work to do. But there it is. They did the job, man. They did the job. Okay? They did the job, even though the movie apparently isn't that good. Okay? Even though the movie isn't that good, but they got the people to come out and watch it. All right? $52,000 on average. And I'm pretty sure there were people that said, nah, we're not going to watch it this weekend. We'll see it next weekend. So let's see what the drop looks like in weekend number 2. Let's see what that drop looks like. That'll be interesting. Wicked came in at $117.5 million. That's impressive as well. If you kind of look at Wicked, where is it at? On the domestic weekend tip, from week to week, okay, from the previous 3 days to the 3-day, this is only a 28% drop or 29% drop. Let's just call it 29%. That's a good weekend, man. I'm sorry. That's a good ass week. To go from 112 from the first weekend to 80 million for the next weekend, only dropping 29%. That's a good week. Let's call it like we see it, folks. Let's not be these other clowns that don't admit, hey, they did it. They did the thing. They did their shit. That's a good work. That's good work. That's good work. Okay. But what will it hit next weekend once Thanksgiving is over? The Moana fever has kind of fell off. Is it going to be able to hold these numbers? Is it going to be able to have still a marginal drop somewhere in the 30 to 40% range? I think 30, 40% would be good. I think 50% is probably a lot. There's not a lot coming out next weekend. We got that Rachel Zegler movie coming out, right? Y2K drops next weekend. All right. Me, T, and Syfax are going to go check that out. And we're going to do our Out of the Theater review on Thursday. All right. So watch for that. Thursday, we're doing an Out of the Theater review. Me, T, and Syfax. We're going to be hanging out there at Burbank. I don't know how that Rachel Zegler movie is going to do, but I don't think it'll be any competition over here for Wicked or for Gladiator or any of this. Okay. So yeah. And then Gladiator, all right, $320 million. Gladiator is not doing bad as much as this movie is not a great movie. It's not doing bad right now. Okay. And then when you look at its domestic weekend fall off of 44%, which again, this is a good fall off. This is where you would like to be for most big releases. You want to be in that 40% and just have small little drops throughout your run. You want to stay at about this number. Anything at 50% is good. 60% is high, 70% you fucked up. You really, that's bad. If you get into that 70% range, that means that it's probably only going to last about 4 weekends and then it's done. So it's out of there, So the box office did its job. The box office did its job. We always check the monthly to see where things are matching up from year to year. If we go back to November, and November still has some money to do, we go to end month releases. But it's already up thanks to Wicked. So November was up. I think September was up. March was up. We're starting to see some wins. Is it going to be enough for the year? Okay. If we go to the year, we go to the end calendar releases. All right. So far, this is the 2024 in-year releases for the box office as compared to the previous year. I think we were at what? 6.5 billion the last time we checked. Now we're at 7 billion. Will we get to 8.8? I don't think so. I don't think we get into 8.8, but we'll have to see. We'll have to see. But this is a big weekend. You got to give them credit. The box office absolutely did its thing for Thanksgiving. Families in town. A lot of people was at the movies. So you got to give the movies credit. You got to give, Disney, like I said, you got to give Disney credit for making that move and putting Moana in theaters versus just letting it be a Disney Plus streaming TV show. And even though it's not that good, it got the job done. All right. So, hats off to them. A couple more super chats. Hamill is a joke. So is JB partying his drunk, fucked up son from spending time in prison. Yes. I think we all agree. Number one, Hamill is a joke. And Joe Biden pardoning his son, like I said during that time, that's something any father would do. I don't know one single father that if he had the power to pardon his son, unless his son was a mass murderer, an axe murderer who killed, 12 people at a summer camp at, Camp Crystal Lake or some shit. Like, unless it's that, I can't see any father not pardoning his son. All right. I just don't see that happening. The only problem is that he was sitting up here. I'm not going to pardon. I'm not going to pardon him. I promise you, I'm not going to pardon. And then he pardons him. That's really what the joke is. It's like, why did you pardon him? You should have just, hey, you said you wasn't going to pardon him. Let Trump do it. I guarantee you, Trump probably would have pardoned Hunter. Trump probably would have pardoned Hunter because that would have made him look like the good guy. Like, damn, your own daddy didn't pardon you. But I pardoned you. See, he wasn't going to let Trump get that W. So that's what happened. SWA says, Ranger's apparent follows adventures of Will Orphan as the apprentice ranger, one of the skilled trackers, archers, warrior service of the King of Ireland. Okay. I hear you. That was your idea for the what was it? A sequel, right? Okay. Never heard of it, but it sounds great. That's awesome. Yeah. What the fuck? After denying that you did anything wrong, I mean, come on. What you expect, T? You knew that was gonna happen, bro. You knew that was gonna happen, man. That's how we get down, man. That's the Democrats. He said, yes, he's late to the game. Yeah, he pardoned it, man. He absolutely pardoned it. Derek, was your Hunter had a mark on the pardon? I just happened to have it on. Okay. I just happened to have this hat on. You can check me. I was on George the Giant Slayer earlier this morning, and I was wearing the same hat before Hunter got pardoned. So it wasn't a commentary on that. It just happened to be. All right. It just happened to be. Tulsi Gabbard is a solid 7. Tulsi got, she's a very attractive woman, man. Tulsi Gabbard is a very, very attractive woman. Real talk on that one. Yeah, I'm just not shocked at anything we get out of politics these days because sadly and unfortunately, the political landscape is very divisive. And, mostly we wouldn't have even paid attention to half of this stuff that was going on in politics like 20 years ago. We probably wouldn't have paid as much attention to this. But now things are getting like weird. Like I was saying this on I think I was saying this on George the Giant Slayer. Like the reason that a lot of us are now paying more attention to politics is because of this giant pendulum shift that we got with the far left pushing a lot of their woke ideology. You know, um, if you go back to the 80s and 90s, you always had the kind of the off ball, you know, kind of the outcasts, the weird kids that, did things and, maybe they were, LGBTQ or maybe they were, something else, but they always got bullied, they got picked on, maybe they dressed weird or whatever and people talked about them. And, but when we started seeing like school shootings, I think that woke people up to say, hey, man, maybe we shouldn't bully these guys. Maybe we shouldn't say anything negative about these guys. If these guys are going through something, if they're gay or whatever the case may be, or they're having some, like emotional issues, maybe we should be more understanding. And so I think society got a lot more understanding of kids because of all of those shootings that we were seeing at schools back in the 90s, starting with Columbine and moving forward. People started getting more understanding. And then they just started saying, hey, it's okay, come out the closet, be this, be that, whatever. And everybody was cool with it. People still really don't have a problem with it. But I think after that, people just started, like some of these cats just pushed it too far, you know, going too far with it when it's like, okay, it's like you give them an inch, they'll take a mile kind of thing. And now you've seen this giant pendulum shift where now, oh, it's okay to put, have boys in dresses playing girl sports or, whatever. Like, it's like, wait, whoa. Time out. I didn't ask for all of this, It's okay if you want to be who you want to be, man, but don't be impinging on my rights, And then when you start seeing more and more rights starting to get, it's like where parents, like there was this law in California where, if your child wants to be called by, like, let's say you have a male child and, his name is John and at school, like, oh, call me Janet, call me Janet at school when I'm around my friends, but at home, I keep all of that away from my parents. So school officials are not supposed to ever tell the parents about that. It's illegal for them to talk to the parents and tell them, oh, you can't, tell somebody they want to be a different gender. Like if they want to be a different gender, they're not supposed to be able to have those conversations with their parents and tell the parents about that. If the parents ask, they can't tell. It's like, wait a minute, hold up. Now it sounds like you guys are trying to raise my children. And I didn't bring my kids here for this. My kids are supposed to be here to learn. And if they're doing something that's strange that maybe I need to know about so I can get them the counseling help that they need, I need to know about it. And I don't need teachers and school officials hiding that information from me. But in California, they can totally hide it from you. And so I think when you start seeing society go in that direction where they're like holding those kind of values and say, oh, no, the parents don't have any say so and they're locked out of their kids' lives when they're at school. I think that's a major problem. And I think a lot of people are starting to see that kind of encroachment coming. And that's why there's this shift to the other side. Like, all right, now the pendulum has to shift hard to the other side because you guys have lost y'all goddamn minds. All right. That's my child. You ain't going to sit up here and not, it's like I got to pull my kids out of your school because my kid, I feel like they could get influenced by the teachers and the teachers can send them down some crazy rabbit hole of nonsense. There's all kinds of stuff going on in public schools. I put my kids through private schools. I had to work extra to put my kids through a private school, but I did it because I felt that was very important to do, for my boys and their well-being. But I think that's why we're starting to see the push back because it's one thing when it's, okay, we're going to be a little bit more lenient in society, but when you start seeing your education getting co-opted, the movies getting co-opted, the TV shows getting co-opted, everything, financial institutions, educational institutions, all of that stuff is co-opted. And now the politics are coming into play. Oh, no. We can't keep going down this road. Okay. We're not going to keep doing this. We are not going to keep doing this. So, yeah, I think that's the major shift that we're seeing now is that they started to step into politics. You cannot make this law, all right? If I'm going to treat somebody nice, I'm going to treat them nice, but you're not going to make it law. It's not going to be the law of the land that you have to do X, Y, and Z, because this person feels a certain way, like the whole misgendering thing, how like all of that crap, when you go to other countries, it's like a crime to misgender somebody. If you see a man in a wig, you got to call him a her or him, or you got, oh, what's your pronouns? Like, that's not the way we do things. Okay. Society has gone too far in one direction. It's got to shift back. It's got to shift back to more of a normalized middle. And I think that's why people pushed hard and they said, look, let's get Trump in here because Trump ain't with all of this crazy shit. And at the very least, there'll be a strong push in the other direction. And that's exactly what this country needs. It's a lot of weird shit going on in the world, man. Is it true that kids can like cats and dogs in California? Probably. Yeah, probably, DK. They have a big litter box for kids who think they are furries here in Eugene, Oregon. Do you see what I'm saying? This is some weird crap, man. I'm not surprised, though. I'm just not surprised. A pendulum is swinging. If you are under 35, you haven't seen it. Yeah. Again, if you've lived a long time, you remember how things were. Things are kind of normal in the 80s and the 90s. But I think, again, because of those school shootings, a lot of people started being a little bit more tolerant of certain actions and certain behaviors and saying, all right, man, just let it go. Let it go. We don't want no problems. We don't want these kids to flip and lose it. We really need to start reinvesting in the mental health. We really need to start doing that again instead of just giving everybody their way. No, some of you guys need to talk to your like psychiatrists and psychologists. You need to be on a couch somewhere instead of, just, okay, it's all right at your dog today or whatever. Like, no, bro, get your ass on the couch. Why are you talking and moving and comporting with regular society? This isn't normal. No, you need to be sitting on a couch somewhere working this shit out. This is crazy. Yeah, so yeah, we've seen a lot of madness going on. And if you're under the age of 35, you probably don't even remember what the world was like prior to like 1995. Yeah, 1995. Yeah, you're probably like, well, I don't see no problems with this. Well, this is the way the world's always been. No, it hasn't. It has not been like this. Yeah, the weirdos are running the country. Clown World is putting it lightly. Clown World is putting it very lightly. Very lightly. Even in England, I started studying again. I go to college now after I left the military to get some brains. The young people are brainwashed and all of these trannies, and some think they are animals. That's what I'm saying, man. These furries and it's yeah, like there you go. It's Furby. So it's furries. All right. It's like a lifestyle. It's such a, I don't know. I mean, again, man, all of these cats need help. And instead of, fostering this behavior and placating these people, they need to say, hey, this isn't normal. Let's go and talk to, Dr. John, and let's see if we can work all of this out. So you ain't, so you can get back to some normalcy. I'm telling you, man, we need to double and triple down on mental health, man. There's some major issues right now. They're tolerating people with severe mental issues who should be getting mental help, not having their disorder being uplifted. Yeah, exactly. Totally placating these people, man. Forced behavior will never, never be acceptable. Not my book. You can't force me to do something. I got a shirt that says, good ideas don't require force. If it's a good idea, you don't have to force me to do it. You shouldn't have to force anybody to do it. If you got to force people to do it, it's probably a bad idea. Okay? Probably a bad idea. Valerian, all right, DA, night watch. I'm out. Got to take my girl to work early tomorrow. Hit that like and have a good night. Bars. Appreciate that, Valerian. Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody that's here. I'm about to cut loose anyway. I got something to do. I do appreciate you guys chilling with us, hanging with us tonight. I think we got up to about 130 in the stream. I do appreciate that. Everybody that hasn't done so, hit the like button. You guys have helped build my channel up tremendously, and I do appreciate that. Greg C says it's just your toxic masculinity talking. Yeah, maybe it is. Maybe it is. I don't know. I'm just a dude that has been living in the world a long time. I've seen a lot of life. And in my opinion, I think we're seeing a big shift back to normalcy right now because the world has gotten way off the rails. All right. But you guys have a great night. Thank you very much for hanging out. I think everybody, even the crew, Uncle T, Cyfax, Kata, they was all in the chat tonight. I appreciate y'all being here. I appreciate all the super chatters. I appreciate all the membership love that we got. Thank you very, very much, guys. We will see you on the next one. I got to cut loose and get to something, but I will see y'all on the next one. Peace out.